What's up, everybody? Paul Hickey here with Coach Rod, Ricky Rodriguez. It's episode 9 of the Coach Rodcast. Ravenwood football 8-0, coming off a big win at Shelbyville Central, 45-14. Coach Rod has done an amazing job this season, as have the entire team, coaching staff, Red Zone, parents, family of Ravenwood. Coach Rod, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. It's a little chilly outside, and with morning practice this morning, my Cali blood still hasn't adjusted to this Tennessee weather yet. So that's why I got my beanie on right now, because even in my classroom, it's at a cool 65 degrees. So I've yet to thaw out from this morning's practice.
Looking good with the beanie on, Coach Rod. I like it. It's that time of year. It's finally feeling like the fall in Tennessee. It's been hot, but it's getting chilly. It's getting darker at night. It's going to be dark at kickoff at 7 p.m. this Friday at home against Coffee County. So we're looking forward to it, Coach. I know you had a morning practice today. You've got the morning walkthrough yesterday. Before we get into Coffee County prep for this week and previewing that game, let's just give a quick recap of the win. You know, coming off a bye week, coming out of fall break, we talked a little bit about it last week, how different that is. But I mean, the guys came out, got up 21-0 to start the game. It really looked like they were putting together a full game, which is great. Definitely got more from the ground game than the aerial attack. And man, that defense was outstanding yet again. Matthew Anderson with the fumble recovery, return for a touchdown, I believe, on a Grant Lucas sack or a tackle for loss. Femi with 4 carries for 103 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Mav, 2 rushing touchdowns. How about Jared Peterson getting in there at running back? It was
That's
I was up
right.
there in the booth with Corey Davis, and he was singing "Surprise, Surprise."
Yep.
That
Mm-hmm.
was fun.
Oh, it was awesome. We challenged our kids, to coming out of the bye week, right? That we have yet to play a full game. I think that's well been established, right? And the other thing we really emphasized was getting off to a fast start, and I mean, I'm just super proud. There was something different, Paul, about the look in our kids' eyes. I mean, the bus ride over. First of all, I mean, those facilities at Shelbyville Central, holy smokes. I mean, I hope the county got an opportunity to go and check out those facilities, because it'd be nice to have some of those things around here. But from pregame, there was just something different about our kids. I mean, me and the coaches, when we were walking out, like we were like, you guys notice that? Like, there was just a little bit extra juice, and I think it was they were foaming out the mouth, not playing football for a couple weeks, and then obviously us having a great week of preparation and us challenging them a little bit. We got off to that fast start, and I think something that stood out to me, as it has, every week, is just the cast of characters that seem to show up on Friday nights, right? I mean, Jared has played receiver here for the previous 3 years, and we don't have a lot of depth right now at running back due to some unfortunate injuries. And he was the first person that we thought of. And you talk about a kid, like a lot of our kids, right? Just so selfless, is a guy that will do whatever it takes to be on the field. And we are like, you know what? Let's try him out at running back this week. And I mean, I think he had 11 touches or 11 carries for over 50 yards, had a couple receptions. I mean, just so proud of him. And that's just a testament to our kids and their mindset, right? Like, you never know when your number is going to be called, Paul. And for him to come out and attack, playing a new position, and for understanding the nuances, because it's not just toting the rock, right? I mean, there's a pass protection element in it, right? There's an understanding of alignment and ball security and things like that are very different from the wide receiver position. So Super proud of Jared. And I mean, there was a bunch of kids who made some plays, right? Connor Shavy on the defensive side of the ball keeps, he continues to make plays. James Nelson had another big pick. So it wasn't just the usual suspects this week, right? Once again, right? You talked about how we didn't have a outrageous statistical game from throwing the football standpoint, right? But what I love about our football team is we can beat you in a variety of ways, right? If we want to put it in our quarterbacks and our running backs' hands and pound you for 4 quarters and 48 minutes, I mean, we're averaging over 200 yards rushing a game, so we can win football games that way. And as we've seen in other games this year, Green Hill, Lipscomb, right? I mean, when we need to air it out, we're going to be able to air it out and hit some explosives in the passing game. So, as a coach, and as an offensive guy, I really love seeing the variety in terms of ways that we can move the football on opponents and put points up. And it also helps when your defense contributes to putting points on the board as well. I think that was our first defensive touchdown of the year. And I know our defensive staff, we work tirelessly, Paul, at creating turnovers in practice, and Coach Collier and the rest of the staff do a great job in instituting those drills in practice, and for them to be able to kind of reap the rewards after 7-8 games of not having a defensive touchdown. It was just a great thing to see. And then of course what always kind of gets lost, right, is the special teams. I mean, Carlos booting what was it? He's a 43, 44, 45 yarder, something like that. And then, so it was just the best overall team performance I think that we've had this year. I think any coach and player will tell you, though, after we reviewed the film, there was still a lot of things that we, need to get better at. And a lot of things we emphasized, coaching this week, fixing all those small little minute details, because the weather is changing, and when the weather changes, that means that playoff football is here, and we're almost to the situation where it's win or go home. And as we've talked about every week, we want to be the best versions of ourselves, late October, early November. So
Absolutely. Great win at Shelbyville Central. Definitely great facilities there. I couldn't agree more. I was very impressed. Thought it was super cool. And yeah, everybody in the football program did a great job with I believe it was an hour and 8-minute drive from Ravenwood out to Shelbyville Central. So it was a bit of a trip, but I mean, great hosts. They were great hosts, and it was
unbelievable. They were
overall a
awesome.
great night of high school football. So we're looking forward to another great night of high school football coming up this Friday, 7 p.m. at the Nest at Ravenwood High School against Coffee County Central High School. And they are 2-6. Coach, you're going to tell us more about them.
Yeah,
And who are we facing on Friday night? What are we? What's the plan? What are we going to get out of this game? And
yeah.
who are our Raptors gonna take on Friday night?
Well, I think the one of the cool things about these last, or last week and this coming week, right, is just the new faces in our region, right? I'm no expert in Middle Tennessee football by any stretch of the imagination, but I do know that Ravenwood has not competed against these teams very often in the school's history. So I think that's cool, right? Like starting new rivalries, building new relationships with the head coaches of those two programs, right? And I mean, obviously, Friday night atmosphere at Shelbyville was pretty cool. And watching some of the home games that Coffee County has had, I mean, it's the same thing, right? Tight knit community. Kids grow up in that community wanting to play football for that high school. Their schedule has been absolutely loaded, right? You look at some of their out of region opponents, right? Like they played Tullahoma, they had a game against Smyrna, so they play competition, right? And they've beaten some quality opponents as well. In Franklin County and Franklin High School are the two teams that they've beat. So they're young, right? And they're a team that's probably foaming at the mouth. they probably still have an opportunity to squeak into the playoffs. And the first thing comes is the Raptors are on their schedule, so they're going to bring their A game just like we have to as well. We never overlook opponents. You throw on the film and you see some things that they do from an offensive standpoint, that we haven't seen this year. We've had to really be in the film room this week, and I know our defensive staff has been preparing their tails off for this opponent. And then, from an offensive standpoint, right? We need to be more efficient in the passing game. So we've kind of fine-tuned some things, challenged the quarterbacks and the receivers and the offensive line, that we want to be more efficient in the short to intermediate pass game. We've hit a lot of explosives this year, but when it comes down to those 3rd and 7 situations, things like that, we want to be able to move the chains in that capacity. So that's kind of the plan this week. And I mean, I'm just super excited to be able to be back at home, right? I know our student body is chomping at the bit to host, and I think one thing that's extremely important is staying focused on this week. Of course, everybody's going to want to talk about what's ahead, right? But that's not the mentality that we have. Coffee County is going to be a very good opponent, and I expect the Raptors to come out there and play, up to their ability.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're referring to when you say look ahead. Like there's a game next week. I don't even know who it's against.
Yep,
Wink,
either do I, man. Either
wink,
do I.
wink.
Yep.
Everybody. So yeah, we're focused on this week, everybody. We need your support. Come on out and support the Raptors at home. 7 p.m. this Friday, October 24th. It's going to be a good one. Like Coach said, we're gonna be hitting on all cylinders, baby. So let's do it. And if you can't make it out, and I know people always ask me, like, who watches the broadcast? I'll tell you who watches the broadcast. The Ravenwood family from across the world. We've got aunts, uncles, grandmothers, grandfathers. We've got cousins. We've got friends and family from around the world of these Ravenwood Raptors that tune in.
Yeah.
Strong
Paul, there's
numbers.
going to be
So
a lot of people looking for you this week because I got about 80 family and friends that are going to be in town for this game, and they want to meet the Paul Hickey that they've been watching for the last 7 weeks on the broadcast. So if I get an opportunity pregame or postgame or something, I got to introduce you to all my friends and family that are making the trek out from California
You
and
you
across
just tell me.
across
You
the
tell
country.
me when to come down, or you send them up to the booth, or whatever works. Whatever works. I'm always happy to
For
meet
sure.
everybody. So sounds good, Coach.
Absolutely. And it's gonna, I was just looking at the weather. It's gonna be, mid 50s at kickoff. So a little chilly out
Bundle
there.
up.
Coach Rod and the staff might be or well, me for sure, right? I'm gonna have to start throwing on some of my winter gear. You might see me in the beanie on the sideline and some gloves. Don't make fun of me, but anything below 60 to me is freezing. So
Same here. It's all about the base layer, Coach. Got to go base
gotta
layer.
gotta go base layer. I like that. Gotta go base layer. I'm a double sock guy as well.
Nice.
The kids like to throw on the tights underneath their game pants. I'm not, at 40 years old now, my tights underneath the pants days are over. But hey, whatever you got to do to keep warm out there. But yeah, everybody come pack the house. It's gonna be fun. And it's our last Friday night game of the regular season as well. So there's a big college game days in town on Saturday, so you'll still be able to come and enjoy the Raptors and be able to get down to Vanderbilt early in the morning if you guys are going to join the game day festivities down there.
Love that. And if you can't make it into Brentwood, Tennessee this weekend, or Nashville, Tennessee this weekend, go to ravenwood.football for the broadcast. Coach, anything else you want to add before I hit him with the outro music here?
Nope. I appreciate you so much, Paul. I look forward to seeing our fans and our families out there this week. And G2 Bar, baby.